Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Money Codes. My name is Joel, here to give you your money code of the day. We're going to be talking about the Navy Federal More Rewards card. So now this is a continuation of several videos that I'm doing over Navy Federal. So I'm going to actually link up a video above. It's an overview video about how to get into Navy Federal, what I feel about Navy Federal as a credit union, just like a high level look at it. Secondly, I did a review on the secured card that is offered by Navy Federal. I'll link that above. In the last video, I did an in-depth breakdown on the Navy Federal's Platinum card and who that card will be for. So now if you watched that video, you already know that the Platinum card was more so for people that are trying to keep a balance on a card and keep the interest rates very low, or if you're trying to do a balance transfer from another card over to Navy Federal, the Platinum card would be the one for you. However, if you were someone that was looking for a rewards type of card, I told you guys Platinum is not the way to go. Why? Because Navy Federal actually has a better card suited for those looking for rewards points, and that is the Navy Federal More Rewards credit card. So now let's see what this card has to offer. So with the Navy Federal More Rewards card, you're going to be getting 25,000 bonus points, which is a $250 value when you spend $3,000 within 90 days of opening the account. This expires on May 3rd, 2021. So quick note, depending on when you're actually watching this video, keep in mind that the sign-up bonuses actually do change from time to time. About 4 to 6 months ago, the promo that they were running was that you would get 30,000 points, and now they reduced it to 25,000. That is a common theme with all credit cards. Always stay on top of promotions because they can and will change at any given point in time. So now I actually think this is a pretty good card for a daily driver, meaning this is a card that you can keep in your wallet or in your purse for day-to-day usage. And why do I say that? Well, number one, as with all of their cards, this is a no annual fee card, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction fees, and no cash advance fees. And prior to applying for any credit card, you need to pay attention to the categories that the credit card is going to be awarding you points in. Meaning, how do you actually use your credit card? Well, for this card, here's what you're going to be getting. 3 points at restaurants and on all food delivery. And I can personally say, because of COVID-19, I've actually been utilizing Uber Eats way more than I have in the past. So this card will give me 3 times the rewards on those purchases. 3 times points at supermarkets. Keep in mind, gift cards that are purchased at supermarkets will still count as a supermarket purchase. So just keep that in the back of your head. 3 times points on gas and transit. That includes things like taxis, limos, buses, bridge fees, and parking lot fees. So when you take all of those rewards and then you add in the fact that this is a no annual fee credit card, then add in the fact that, like all Navy Federal credit cards, you're going to be getting high credit card limits. For this card, the max credit card limits we've been seeing is 50,000 or up to 50,000. And finally, let's look at the interest rates. How does that compare to the competitors? Well, with the More Rewards cards, you're looking at 9.65% up to 18%. So how would that compare to an alternative or a competitor of the More Rewards card, the Blue Cash Everyday card? So as of right now, you're looking at a 0% intro APR for the first 15 months. And then it jumps up to an APR between 13.99 to 23.99%. So in the short term, the Blue Cash Everyday card does have a nice introductory APR period, but in the long term, depending on your credit profile, the APR will be better with Navy Federal. Also, let's look at the 3% cash back on groceries that Blue Cash Everyday has. 3% cash back on groceries at US supermarkets up to $6,000 in purchases, then 1%. Not bad, but what does Navy Federal offer? Their 3% at supermarkets and restaurant has no caps. So Navy Federal will give you 3 times points at restaurants, food delivery, and supermarkets without a cap. Meaning if you want to shop till you drop at restaurants or at the supermarket, there is no limit to the rewards that you'll be able to get from that. So now keep in mind that this isn't necessarily like an entry-level credit card. It's recommended that you have decent to good credit if you're trying to apply for this credit card, or try to have some sort of relationship with Navy Federal prior to applying for this card. If you have challenging credit, try to get your foot in the door with maybe a secured card, get some payment history under your belt, and then try to apply for some of their better products. And remember, Navy Federal will give you 3 slots to hold one of their credit card products. And in my personal opinion, if you are trying to get your own trifecta, so to speak, with Navy Federal, I do believe the Navy Federal More Rewards card should be high on your list. So what will be the cons about this credit card? Well, number one, as I mentioned before, not everyone can just walk in and apply for this card. You do have to be military affiliated, or you have to be referred by someone that is inside of Navy Federal in order to get this card. So there is a little bit of a barrier to get entry. However, in my other videos, I always talked about the 6 degrees of separation. It really isn't impossible to find a friend, a roommate, a family member that is affiliated with Navy Federal. And another potential con is that this card is on the American Express network. It's not an Amex card. This is strictly a Navy Federal card, but it does use the Amex payment network. So that means it may not be as easy for vendors to accept this card compared to something like a Visa or a MasterCard. Amex fees tend to be a little bit harsher when it comes to vendors. So that's the reason why you may go to an establishment and they may have a notice that says they do not accept Amex. They only accept Visa or MasterCard, so just keep that in mind. And again, you have 2 other slots to cover your bases. So those are the highlights of the card. And as I always do with most of my credit card videos, let's just do a very quick side-by-side breakdown with a couple of other cards that may be in the same tier if you're trying to decide whether or not this is the right card for you. Okay, so here we are at nerdwallet.com, and I always like to use this site to do some side-by-side comparisons. So here are 2 other cards that I think that if you're on the fence about the Navy Federal More Rewards card, you will more than likely be looking at these 2 as possible alternatives. One is the Citi Double Cash card, and the other is the Blue Cash Everyday card. Now, I'm not going to go super in depth here. You can take your time and do that if you want, but I just want to go over some high level things just so you can see. The first thing to pay attention to is that the credit score. The credit score is a bit more forgiving when it comes to Navy Federal as opposed to Citi and American Express. And this is very consistent with how Navy Federal does their approvals. Remember, they are a credit union, so they're going to be a little bit more forgiving with approvals as well as credit limit increases. So you can see here 630 to 850. So you can have decent credit, not great, but decent credit, and still be able to get that Navy Federal More Rewards card. The Citi Double Cashback would be better for the balance transfer because they actually have a promo going on for 0% for balance transfers. And as you can see here for the Navy Federal, they do not have any promos for balance transfers. If you want that, go ahead and get that Navy Federal Platinum card. But remember, this is for rewards points. Annual fee, all 3 have $0 annual fees, which is good. What about the bonus? So for the American Express Everyday Blue card, they have a $200 back after you spend $1,000 in purchase within the first 3 months. Citi doesn't have a sign-up bonus, and Navy Federal, they have a $25,000 bonus, which is basically $250, but you have to spend $3,000. So just by comparing the Blue Cash card and the More Rewards card, so the Amex card is a bit easier to meet that spend. You only need to spend $1,000 to get that $200 cash back. That Navy Federal, you have to spend $3,000. I don't think that's impossible, but it's easier to get it on the American Express side. Now let's look at the rewards. I mentioned this before, but again, very quickly, that Amex card, you're going to get 3% cash back at US supermarkets up to $6,000. And then everything after that is only 1%. And then 2% cash back at gas stations and select department stores, and then 1% on everything else. What about the Citi Double Cash card? Well, the Citi Double Cash is going to give you 1% when you first buy, and then 1% when you pay off that balance. So they are incentivizing you to pay off your balance. So you're getting 2% on everything. Again, pretty good. But with Navy Federal More Rewards, you're getting 3 times on supermarkets, 3 times on gas and transit, and 3 points on restaurants. There is no cap. The Blue Cash Everyday card caps you at $6,000 per year. More Rewards, there is no cap. So again, if you want to ball till you fall at the supermarket or at the gas station or at restaurants, feel free to do so. Intro APR. So here is where the competitors actually have the advantage over the More Rewards card. The Blue Cash Everyday has 0% APR on purchases for 15 months. The Citi Double Cash card has 0% on balance transfers for 18 months. Navy Federal More Rewards, they do not have anything as far as the introductory APR. Again, if you want something like that, go get the Navy Federal Platinum card. After that intro promo, you can see that the More Rewards card is going to be at 9.65 to 18. Citi is going to be at 13.99 to 23. And then the Blue Cash card is going to be 13.99 to 23%. This is why credit unions can be so advantageous for consumers. Depending on your credit profile, you may be able to get single digits APR. So the pros, your credit doesn't need to be A1. You can pretty much have just average or slightly above average credit and get this More Rewards. For Amex and Citi, your credit score is going to be a little bit stronger. And what are the cons? Amex isn't accepted as easily as Visa or MasterCard. So remember, it also is going to apply for the Navy Federal More Rewards card because they are also using that American Express payment network. So depending on what it is that you actually spend and use your credit card purchases on, I really like that More Rewards from Navy Federal. In addition, with the high credit card limits, as well as having a very forgiving credit profile criteria, you have average credit or slightly above average credit, you can still likely get this card as long as you build a relationship with Navy Federal. All right, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. You already know what to do at this point. Please go ahead and like and subscribe, and then go down in the comments, give me your thoughts. Do you have this card? Have you upgraded to this card? Are you thinking about it? And oh, by the way, you may have noticed the whiteboard that's in the background. I have some interesting trainings ready for you, probably coming out in the next week. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned for more good videos that I'm going to be dropping your way. So I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.